morning, y'all. I got a book that I picked another one that we're gonna read today. Anyway, it's about Daniel in the lion's den, and we're gonna dig into it. Okay. Daniel in the den of lions. It pleased Darius to appoint 120 satraps to rule throughout the kingdom, with 3 administrators over them, and one who was Daniel. The satraps were made accountable for them. The satraps were made accountable for them, so that the king might not suffer loss. Now Daniel was himself among the administrators and the satraps by his example quality that the king planned to set him over the whole kingdom. At this, the administrators and the satraps tried to find ground for charges against Daniel and his conduct of the government affairs, but they were unable to do so. They could not find the men said they could find no corruptions in him, because he was always trustworthy, or neither corrupt nor negligent. Finally, these men said, "We will never find any base for charges against this man unless he has something to do with the law of his God." Pretty interesting. So the administrators and stirrups went as a group to the king and said, "My king, Darius lives forever. The royal administrators, perfect stewards, and the governors have all agreed that the king should issue and enforce the decree that anyone who prays to any god or human beings during the next 30 days, except to you, your majesty, shall be thrown into the lion's den, accordance with the law of the maids and spirits, which cannot be replaced." So the king Darius put the declare in writing. Wow. Pretty scary. So now, number 10. 6. Daniel 6. Verse 10. Now Daniel learned that the decree has been published. He went home to his upstairs room, windows open towards Jerusalem. 3 times a day he got down on his knees and prayed, giving thanks to his God, just as he had done before. Then these men went as a group and found Daniel praying and asking God for help. So they went to the king and spoke to him and said, "The royal decree, do you not punish a decree that during the next 30 days, anyone who prays to any god or human being except you, your majesty, would be thrown into the lion's den?" The king answered, and the decree stands in accordance to the law of the Medes and Persians, which cannot be repelled. Then they said to the king Daniel, "Who is one of the exiles of Judah, pays no attention to you, your majesty, to the decree to put in writing. He still prayed 3 times a day." When the king heard this, he was greatly distressed, and he was determined to rescue Daniel, and made every effort until sundown to save him. Then the men went as a group, and Darius said to him, "Remember, your majesty, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, no decree or edict that the king issued to be charged." So the king gave an order, and Daniel brought and threw him into the lion's den. The king said to Daniel, "May your God, whom you serve, rescue you. Rescue you." A stone was brought and placed over the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own flint ring, with the ring, his nub, so that Daniel might not be charged with the king's return into his place the night without eating and without entertaining being brought to him. He could not sleep. Alrighty then. Well, we're gonna have to pick up. That was verse 19. 6:19. We're gonna pick up on that one. On our next one, we're gonna do that one. Alright. Well, we're gonna read into the story of the lion's den, because I think it's a pretty interesting way of putting it, that when you have faith in God, right here shows how much faith that Daniel actually had in God, because that to an extent took a lot of faith for him to trust in God, because he had to really trust in God in order to overcome his fear. But anyway, we'll figure out where this story ends up in the next few days. But anyway, I love ya. Comment below. I love to read your comments. Like, subscribe. Liking pushes the video so everyone can get this message. Anyway, Have a good and blessed day. Peace.